Hey guys, what's going on? And in this video today, we're going to be talking about Havoc Demon Hunter's PvP talent, Rain from Above. This PvP talent's a little bit controversial. In Battle for Azeroth, a lot of people would use it, and as you get higher up in Arena, you wouldn't use it as much just because it just wasn't as useful, right? Like you had other talents to choose from. And I would say so even that continued on into Shadowlands as well. First off, what does it do? It shoots you when you press rain from above. It shoots you up into the air, and you can shoot fell lance bolts, right? And it's like a range. It's a ranged attack. You're up in the air, but you can't move, and your any casters or range damage, right? I mean, they can go ahead and just attack you. You can't use any other abilities except for your fell lance, which is just your one button until you land. Um, People can, or a Death Knight can grip you down, like Death Grip. A Druid's Ursoc's Vortex can pull you back down. A Warrior's Kyrian Spear can pull you back down. You can be stunned, silenced, feared, right? If they just happen to hit the button, like right at the exact perfect time, right? Before you're immune for 1 second, as you're jumping up in the air, you can be stunned, you can get feared, right? And that'll just mess up your entire rain from above, and you just slowly go back down to the ground. You'll only go as high up as your character does. You're not going to get the full effect of it. And also, you can also, if you're like in a low room ceiling in an arena, you'll only go as high as the ceiling too. Or if there's like a spike in the way, say like in the Grand Arena, I've had that before too, where I've been next to a pillar and I use it and I only go up maybe 10 yards because there was a spike coming out of the, like a wooden spike. It's just part of the pillar, right? I mean, that's, yeah, it's just, I ended up dying because of that, but otherwise, I mean, if you use it correctly, it's actually a pretty good defensive ability. Sometimes I'll like to run it against like a melee cleave, more so like a warrior. In 2v2 arena setting, sometimes I'll run this if I can kind of more or less guess who the warrior is going to go on, right? Depending on like what healer I play. Usually they'll go me, and from there, I mean, I can use it. I can use this to our advantage, right? Let's say they're doing a bunch of damage to me, and I can save my blur. I can save my imprison. I can save my netherwalk. I can save my dark vengeful retreat, fell rushes, and I can use this instead. It's on a minute cooldown, and the only damage that a warrior would be able to do to me is their heroic throw, right? Is that what it's called? Glaive throw? No, not glaive throw. Like one attack, right? Shattering throw. They can stormbolt me, but they would have to stormbolt me like right as soon as I press it, right? Just like perfect timing, and I wouldn't go anywhere. But otherwise, I mean, I'm inaccessible to them for, I'd say about like maybe about 6 seconds, 7 seconds. I'm not too sure how long it lasts, but it lasts a decent amount of time. And while I'm up there, I mean, my healer or my other teammate, I mean, they're going to be defenseless, right? Unless they have something popped. I like to use this if we have to buy some time for like a cooldown or something. You can incorporate this into when you're kiting a melee. You can go to one end of the arena, and let's say you're playing with a healer. Your healer can be on the opposite end of the arena, right? And let's say they want to get a drink or something, and the warrior is just tunneling you. You can kite them to the other end of the arena. Make sure there's no ceiling, right? Anything that will get in your way. And yeah, I mean, you can just pop up, and the warrior's left there defenseless. And unless he gets to a pillar, he's going to be getting hit. I mean, he can spell reflect, right? But I mean, he's going to be getting hit by fell lance bolts, and your teammate is going to be on the opposite end of the map, right? At least 50 yards, 60 yards away. And it puts the warrior or the melee DPS in a position of, okay, like, do I just line of sight? Do I chase the other person? or do I just wait here and take all the Fell Lances to the face? I mean, the Fell Lances actually hit like a decent amount. I mean, they're hitting for like 2,500. And if you have your mastery buff, like from your hunt, like your invigorating grove, I was hitting for even like 3,400, right? It's chaos damage, so it gets buffed through mastery. And I could do a good amount of damage just from using Fell Lance. And like, yeah, like I've taken people like to half health. That's pretty cool. But those people decided to chase my teammate, but they're on the opposite end of the map, and of course, I mean, they're just open season, right? And I'm there just shooting Fell Lance bolts, and I don't know, it's pretty cool. But it's definitely a way, if used correctly, so your healer can get a drink off, right? Or both healers are going to get a drink off, or something, right? It's a peel. There won't be any damage being done. I would say for at least like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. It buys you some time. Like if you're playing with the druid can get a re-stealth. You get like 1 or 2 sips of water off. A priest can, I don't know, just buy time. Maybe he needs 1 second, right? And that's the 1 second's all he needs for, I don't know, a fear, a stun, something, right? I mean, there's always something that you're waiting for. Like I was saying in earlier videos, when you're playing a demon hunter in a PvP, especially arena, like you're always buying time. Like you always got something like going against you, and you just have to make it work, right? And you're undertuned like defensively, but you have to play around other people's inability to move as fast as you, right? And yeah, a warrior can leap over and he can do a bunch of stuff. I mean, that's like a choice he has to make, right? And of course, I mean, as soon as you land, right, you're just going to go their healer, or you can even peel, right? And if the warrior is going to be line of sighting his healer, I don't know, if I'm playing with a holy priest, he can stun him or fear him, mind control him behind a pillar, right? If he's going on him, and that gives me the chance to quickly get over there, right? Sure, the other healer can get over there, mount up and stuff too, but it just creates like those small kill windows, right? And it's the small kill windows that where you can just like win the game. So, and it's a good peel. Your healer's not going to fall behind. Hopefully, right? I mean, most of the time, no. Just because the other player has to make the decision, right? To wait, hide, go on to the other person. And most likely he's just going to hide because your teammate's going to be on the other end of the map, at least, like I said, 50 yards away, right? And they can get a drink off. They can just hang out, right? And most likely, if I'm using this rain from above, I'll still have my other forms of mobility, so I'll be able to quickly get to my healer. My healer can get to me. It's just overall good. It's kind of like it could potentially be like a reset of the fight, and that's good. And it's also bad, but most of the time it's good, right? And it just works out, right? So your healer can get to mana. You can wait about a few seconds for some big cooldowns. You can come back down and just do a bunch of damage. There's a handful of things that can be done here, but that's rain from above. You would take the talent as a defensive talent. You wouldn't use it and take it as an offensive talent. And I would only run it against a melee team. You wouldn't want to run this against casters, just because you're up in the air and they can kill shot you, they can star surge you, they can combust, they can chaos bolt, they can stormkeeper you. I mean, they just do a whole bunch of stuff, right? But defensive against melee, that's what it's used for. And the video is approaching 10 minutes, so I'm going to leave it there. If you like the video, give the video a thumbs up, give my YouTube a follow, give my Twitch a follow too. I stream every day at twitch.tv/junkinmyhouse, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.